Hello, all you beautiful people. I hope you're all doing amazing. Today is September 23rd, 2022. It's currently 1 p.m. and today I have a brand new shoe review for you guys. I have the Girls Are Awesome and Adidas collaboration on the Adidas Forum 84 High. These came out last year and I never got around to wearing them or even trying the damn shoe on. So I thought, why not? Maybe there's somebody out there still looking for them, trying to see if they want to pull the trigger. And this is that model, not this particular edition, but that model is really the shoe that brought me back into Adidas and made me fall in love with the brand all over again like I had when I was 15. I got a little story about that, so we might get into that. But I currently have the Adidas Forum 84 High right next to me, the standard like GR version, I guess you could say, and the Forum Lows. And I thought it would be fun to do a little comparison on materials and styles, you know, the cuts and everything, compare all of that, you know, the different price points. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to do a little history of the Adidas Forum, what it means, because it's actually quite a significant shoe, if you don't know, and then get into the tech specs, the materials, and what this collaboration represents, and then at the end we'll do the little comparison. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the Girls Are Awesome times Adidas collaboration, I think it's a great collaboration. Girls Are Awesome is a creative collective entirely comprised out of women based out of Copenhagen, and basically what they do is they aim to represent women more in media and just strive for equality and fair representation, which is definitely something I can get behind, which I think it's something everybody should get behind, especially in 2022. The world's evolving, and that's always how it should have been from the start. So good cause, definitely a great movement that everybody could get behind. And the Adidas Forum came out in 1984. It was designed by French designer Jacques Chassin, and his ideology behind the shoe was basically to cater to every player on a team, whether even considering the different styles of play and styles of player, like their build and everything. And that was really his goal. And basically he basically implemented two new little technologies in that shoe, which is the Dellinger web, which we'll talk about when we get into that, and the crisscross ankle system, which you'll see as well. So, which is actually quite interesting on that specific edition that I got in front of me. So without further ado, I think I should do a little unboxing. Usually I have these shoes out already, but I just thought the packaging was cool, so why not? So as you can see, it's like a little it's a lid box, but you got sort of like this pull-out style plastic part right here, and it's a little beat up. I apologize for that. These have been sitting on the bottom of my shoe stack for the last year about, so let me go ahead and remove that. I got these in my true size 10.5, which is what I recommend doing if you're gonna buy a pair of Forums. So style code is going to be, well, the official label says Forum 84 High, Girls Are Awesome. You can see 10.5. The colorway is white, black, and you know what, man, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna guess purple. So let's go ahead and open the lid, and here are the shoes. That was a fail. Here are the shoes. So let me go ahead and pull these out. As you can see, you got Girls Are Awesome times Adidas paper, which is really dope, man. It's these little things that add to the unboxing experience, which I feel like Adidas definitely surpasses Nike over, especially when they do these little collaborations. I definitely think they win that little segment. It's definitely a lot more special unboxing a pair of Adidas, at least in my opinion, than a pair of Nikes. And as well as they have a bunch of accessories right here, and they also come with a little booklet, which I'm going to get into at the end. And retail on these was, if I'm not mistaken, let me see, $200, whereas the Forum 84, the GR version that I have as well, was $160. So there's a $40 price difference. I'll get into that, although I think it is very well worth it, especially for that specific release. So all the accessories, we'll get into them at the end before the comparison. So let me get the box out of the way. Just grab that little piece of paper, put it inside, that way it doesn't slide off. You guys heard the wind, right? There we go. So there's a lot to get into, sorry, on that shoe. Definitely a lot of cool details. So let me start off by saying how nice the materials are and how intricate they are. So you have sort of this very smooth and buttery leather I don't know how it's gonna show up on camera, coloring wise, but it's definitely not white. It's definitely sort of a eggshell color with, dare I say, a little bit of a rosé type of hint. It's really weird. I don't think it's gonna show up on camera from what I see, but when you look at them in person, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's the little Dillinger web which I was talking about, the technology that they add on to that shoe, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. And so basically entirely comprised out of leather, except for right here there's sort of this carpet kind of material, which is super cool. Although one thing I'm worried about is how it's gonna age. You definitely don't want to get that wet or dirty or stained, because it's a wrap. I remember when I first got them, I protected them with some Jason Mark, but it's been once, so it's probably worn off, and I'm probably gonna have to re-protect them again. And if you hear any sounds, I'm sorry, that's the kids from the high school next to me. It's currently their lunchtime, so hopefully they don't act the fool too much. And you can see the 3 stripes are all in this leather, and man, let me tell you, like, this is super buttery. Like, it feels really nice to the touch. You really don't have to press hard to make it cave in. And the other sort of material they have is, this is sort of a leather material. It sort of reminds me of what's on the neutral gray Air Jordan 1s. It's definitely a high quality leather, but it's definitely very stiff, which is one of the things I'm worried about that tongue, is that I've already sort of like started creasing it just by playing with it a little bit. I mean, I haven't even put my foot in that shoe yet, and it's already creasing. So that's just one thing I'm worried about. But you got some black leather right here on the ankle panel. You got some yellow right here, some mustard actually, and you got sort of this weird type of material. It's like, I guess it's leather, but I just feel like it's gonna scratch really easily. Like if, for example, you put your fingernail on it, definitely gives me that impression. And got this beautiful hue of purple right here going across the guard at the back. I don't know how you're gonna call this. I have the name, but I can't think of it right now. I guess let's call it a sort of a back plate. I know that's not the correct term, but that's what comes to mind. And just what makes the shoe feel super high quality is like also those little buttons at on the eyelets. It just definitely gives it more of a premium feel. And if you look, they're colored different on top, so it's purple. It definitely matches the satin liner, which is also one of the things I'm worried about how it's gonna age. Satin liners just attract a lot of debris, a lot of dust. I mean, I remember when I first got them, this was on there already, and I didn't do that. So definitely debris magnet, so definitely got to be careful around that. And definitely one of my favorite part about this shoe is the sort of like translucent gum bottom, man. I know it's very closely associated with Nike, but damn does it look good. You really can't go wrong with a gum bottom, man. Like Nelly said it right in his song, man. He needs the gum bottoms. So do I. It's just gorgeous. And you can see, of course, the Adidas trifoil on each like little circle on these. And the insole, I don't know if it's going to show up because I have the laces all in there, and the sort of like a metal shoe tree, but it says girls are awesome. It has a bunch of vertical stripes on it, and it says Adidas times girls are awesome. So there you have it. And also one very cool thing about this specific release is that the crisscross ankle system is removable. So, and that's what you saw earlier. It's a bunch of different straps that are made out of this carpety sort of material also, and these are how they come from factory. They come with girls are awesome and Adidas branding on the other shoe. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. They're all very nice. I don't know how I'm gonna wear them yet. They're all super awesome. And the laces, and of course you can also sort of like customize the fit if you want them a bit tighter, a bit looser. And also just, it sounds very high quality. If you've seen my my review of the Travis Scott Air Trainers, man, this is giving me a bit of trouble, sorry about that. If you've seen the review of the Air Trainers, there we go, sorry about that. That was a bit embarrassing. If you've seen the video of the Air Trainer, for me it's a very like quality, like getting quality products is or at least quality feeling products to me is a big thing. And when you hear that little snap, it sounds very nice. Like I could do an ASMR video of this, and I'm sure people would pull up and listen just because it's that satisfying. And you got the girls are awesome branding right here on the tongue, and on the other shoe you got Adidas instead. And one thing I should point out is that the laces are gray. They're not the usual like cotton. They sort of have a more premium finish to them, if you will. I think these are going to look great with black laces, white laces. I have some gold laces from a pair of 2005 Stussy Blazers. I don't have the shoe, but I do have the laces. I sort of acquired them in a weird way, but that's a story for another day. And I thought maybe they look really good. They're sort of like these fat laces, and just like kind of how the b-boys used to rock them back in the day. And let's talk about the technology on that shoe. So the crisscross ankle system is of course what they to customize the fit on the regular 84 highs. It's not removable, and you can like sort of customize the fit as well, if you want tighter or looser. And the other technology is the Dillinger web. So this is basically supposed to give you sort of a trampoline-like effect when you hit the court on impact. I don't know how that's possible, because it's like encapsulated, sorry, in like the deep rubber like cupsole, which was also a big thing. Yes, the cupsole was also a big thing on these. And anyways, if you really want to learn about these, the booklet tells you everything, which I'll actually pull that out right now. I'll pull the accessories that they come with out, just so you guys get a nice look. There we have them. I hope none of them fall off. That would suck. So I'm gonna get to these quickly. You got LA, Tokyo, you got Paris in this really nice gold and purple coloring, Shanghai, Copenhagen, which is where they're based out of, London, and finally New York. Really like that one. I really like the contrast. So there you have it. These are the little strap accessories that they come with. Let me show you the little booklet. It's definitely worth showing. Like I said, man, it's little things like these that make the unboxing worth it. I remember when you could still get Jordan 3s with the little booklet. I know the new Fire Red 3s coming out have it, but for the longest time they didn't. I remember my first pair of Jordan 3s back in 2014, the Sport Blues. You still had them, then they just stopped, which just sucks, man. Like it's a piece of paper, but still, it's definitely part of the experience. So you can see it's super high quality. I thought this was a sticker at first. It's got this really nice high quality look. You can tell that they put a lot of effort into this, and you got all the numeration for every little part of the shoe. This is an OG colorway. This is basically, oh yeah, another thing that I forgot to mention is that Michael Jordan wore these at the 1984 Olympic tryouts. I think it was the tryouts, not the Olympics themselves, but the tryouts, and he wore this exact colorway. And if you don't know, Michael Jordan originally wanted to go to Adidas for the longest time, and he was about to, until Tinker Hatfield, of course, saved the day with the Jordan 3s and their amazing design. But these maybe could have been the Air Jordan 1. We may never know. But a lot of people don't know that back in the mid 80s, Adidas sort of dominated the basketball scene. They had dominated the scene before with the top 10. It was mostly Converse, I think, though, before, in the 70s mainly. And then they came out with the shell toe, aka the pro model and the high version. And then they had the top 10, which was sort of like a big thing back then, and this sort of replaced it. This was the replacement, and it stayed Adidas sort of like premier basketball shoe all throughout the 80s. And one thing I'd like to point out also is that back then the retail was $100, and I made the comparison with today's money, and that would be 285 buckaroos for you. And the Air Jordan 1, fun fact, came out a year later, was only $65, which if you make the comparison, it's $185. So there's still $100 of difference in the price, which is just insane to think about. I mean, would you pay $285 for these? I don't know. You know, but would you pay $285 for a pair of Jordan 1s? Most probably. But yeah, so we pretty much have it for the shoe, for this specific shoe. So I'm gonna get into the little comparison with the other regular highs and the lows. So we're already running on 15 minutes, so I'm gonna try to do this as quick as I can and being as thorough as I can. So that's the 84, the regular 84s, and you'll have to excuse me because these are a little bit dirty. Last time I wore them, I wore my black denim and kind of stained them. It doesn't really bother me. I won't do anything about it really, but I just think it looked good, you know, a little bit worn in. And that's what I meant with the ankle system, is that it is sort of somewhat customizable, sorry. And you can rock them like that if you wish. And one thing I find cool but kind of useless, it's just something I thought I'd point out, you can also like do this, like take that off and just like let it dangle as you walk. It must be annoying, but hey, if you want to go that way, you can. But yeah, the materials on these are not yet, like, can you hear this? Like that just screams like pleather. So definitely not ideal. I mean, they're not uncomfortable, but I just feel like these are gonna just wear in a lot nicer. Although I gotta say the leather on the overlays is a lot nicer. Definitely not the best, but it's a lot more premium than like this per se. Like that just sounds ridiculous, man. Like you won't get this on that, you know. But yeah, man, that's sort of the differences. The tongue, sort of like this nylon material on the GRs. And by the way, these you can get like anywhere pretty much. I don't know about the specific colorway anymore. I got these last year at the same time as those, as you saw on the receipt. But yeah, man, I mean, still I would recommend them. Still, I would very much so recommend that shoe. It's a good everyday shoe. I'm just kind of beating these up for the moment, you know. Winter's coming up, so these will definitely serve me good. So yeah, there you have it on the highs and the lows right here. So these are lows. These are probably the worst in terms of quality and just build in general. These, like, this is just like, this is worse than on the highs that I just showed you. And of course there's a strap. It's removable. I personally wear it with the strap. And I got these actually half a size smaller than I would on the highs. I got both of these in my size 10.5, my true size. And usually with low top shoes, I like to loose lace them, and I find that sometimes they'll slip off if you buy your true size. So I usually go the route of half size down, which I did on that shoe, but really I should have went true to size, because right here on my pinky, it absolutely obliterates it every time I wear them, which is why I haven't worn these as much. But still a very nice shoe, you know, with the classic, of course, white and blue Adidas coloring. But one thing I've noticed though is that the models labeled as 84s have more premium material, which is going to be what you find on the white ones that I just showed you, and the ones that are not labeled as 84 just have like this regular run-of-the-mill leather. So because if you look on the box labels, I mean, I don't have them, but the highest say 84, these just say Forum Low, and these say 84 as well. So let's put all of these in a little line to end off the video. And there we have it. So guys, the video is pushing almost 20 minutes, so I'm glad I made it a little bit under. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. I thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate the support, whoever you are. Just passing by just makes me feel very good about this channel and where it's going. I mean, I'm almost pushing 1,000 views, and it's been what, like six videos, and like I think it's gonna be my 7th in 3 months. So I'm really proud of myself, really happy you guys are enjoying the content, and really happy I have friends that support me and see the vision. So I think I'll end it off here on a very good note. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and have a good one. Thanks guys.